Welcome back to the Nightly Sports Call. I'm Rich Walsh alongside Ron Cook, one of the show's favorites, callers and tweeters, Kenny Philibon. We go way back to the other shows I've done. He just tweeted me. I expect a huge second half of the year out of Ben. Offense is starting to gel. 5 out of 8 games are at home, and that's one of the things I wanted to bring up. Their schedule. You know, it wasn't favorable at the beginning, but now seems like it's really favorable. They've played 6 of their first 9 on the road, and now it seems like these are the games you should definitely win. It's all setting up perfect for this team.
Well, there's no doubt. I mean, the only game they've lost on the road was to Chicago, and I still can't figure out how. Jacksonville loss is not as bad as it looked at the time because they're a pretty good team, and that defense is outstanding. But they get by Indianapolis this week, get to 7-2. 5 of the last 7 will be home. They're in November, December, I'll take my chances at home. They have New England here at home. They still got to go to Cincinnati, and the only other road game will be at Houston on Christmas Day. What a great place to spend Christmas Day, Rich, huh?
Yeah, I know. Houston. I'll be there, you know.
Flying out on New Year, on Christmas Eve, and then spending Christmas Day in Houston.
Yeah, luckily I get to fly home Christmas night, so I'll be home at some point Christmas night after that game, late. But, all right, Cal Hammer, who's a favorite of the show here, tweets a lot. He has to be more positive with his tweets. Cal Hammer, Ben will probably not throw the ball a lot Sunday because Indy has a pass defense that's ranked 31st in the NFL, and they always go against what the stats recommend. Sometimes it seems that way, but, you know, most of the time I think it's just the way the game plays out, Ron.
You take what the defense gives you. You know, I very seldom try to call the plays for Todd Haley. I know everybody thinks they can. I don't spend, let's see, if Haley spends about 20 hours a week just studying tape, that's 20 more hours than I do. So I'm going to trust his judgment. Sometimes the other team makes plays too. Last time I checked, they're pros and they get paid as well.
Yeah. All right, Cal Hammer, more positive tweets on this show. All right, let's go out to the phone lines. We're going to go out to Chris in West Mifflin. How you doing, Chris? What's going on?
How you guys doing?
Good, thanks for calling.
What's your guys' opinion on this? Don't you think that the Steelers should open up that old Chuck Noll playbook and use them 5 receiver routes? And also, do you think that Pirates are going to pay to pick up some better players? Because we need a championship from them by now.
Well, I'll answer the Pirates question first. I don't think that they're going to be picking up any big-time free agents. You're looking at the roster. I think the majority of that roster is made up of the players that are on this team right now. They might go out and get a reclamation project.
They're always looking for bargains.
Yeah,
right?
they'll get a bargain.
They need a pitcher. They need a third baseman. Whether Gung is the third baseman, they need somebody to play third. I think they need another pitcher. Those guys don't come cheaply.
But, Ron, going empty set, they do that a lot. I mean, they can't go 5 receivers all the time.
Well, sometimes, you know, they have an empty set with Le'Veon Bell is out wide. Jesse James is out wide. It doesn't necessarily mean that it's 5 wide receivers. You know, I truly believe Martavis Bryant has to play well for them to make the Super Bowl, and I think he can. He can be a big part of their offense yet. I believe that.
Yeah, maybe this was a wake-up call, so we'll see what happens this week. Let's go back out to the phone lines, and we got Dave out in Mount Washington. How you doing, Dave?
Hi. Yeah, my call is about the back-to-back games the Penguins playing.
Yep.
I really don't like the back-to-back games. I watch a hockey game. I want to see the hockey players at their best game. And back-to-back, I don't think we're finding that they're playing their best games.
Well, the Penguins certainly aren't. They're 0-4-1, and they've had a 10-1, 7-1, 7-1 loss. But it's part of the schedule. They got to get all these games in. They're not going to reduce the number from 82 because hockey is largely a ticket-based revenue, and they need to play all those games. It's not easy. We got another one coming up this weekend. What a tough weekend for the Penguins.
Oh, yeah.
At Washington Friday, at Nashville Saturday. That's a pretty hard task to go. Hopefully they can win one of the 2 and hopefully 2 of the 2, but not easy.
You know, 19 sets of back-to-back games, and one of the reasons they're doing this is they give everyone a bye week. So, you know, all these teams get a week off, essentially, and they got to get the games in, like you said. So, hey, they're professionals. They're getting paid. You know, when we were kids, you could play back-to-back games when you're 20. You should have no problem playing back-to-back games. I think the one problem is when you're not playing Matt Murray back-to-back, and I think that's where you see these huge
Well, you hear
losses.
the coaches talk about 2 games back-to-back, 3 and 4 nights. There's no practice time because you got to rest up to play the games, and you don't get the practice time in. And I think that's big for all coaches. They don't like it.
You would think, though, the Penguins don't need too much practice. The team,
Well,
the team
you know,
has been around.
they had lost as many as they had won before last night.
Yeah.
So they still got some things to work out. But man, Rich, it's hard for me to get excited on November 8th worrying about what's going to happen in April. I'll worry about that in April.
Yeah, I agree with you. But these 2 games this weekend, I'm intrigued by. I'm looking forward to. You're playing in Washington.
Oh,
and in
I
Nashville.
love seeing them play Washington. Absolutely.
Yeah, so I think that's what, Arizona the other day, it was nice seeing Rick Tocchet and his team come back, but you kind of knew that was going to not be a game. And
right.
But, when you want to see good matchups in November, I think that's what a lot of fans look for. All right, let's go out to Jerry out in Plum. How you doing, Jerry? Jerry, you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Yeah, I'm here. The other night you were talking about how to speed up baseball.
Okay.
I was at a Lola game for my grandson, and they were running out of time.
Yeah.
So their coaches told the batter, once you get in the box, don't get out. Because, in big league baseball, and I've counted it, and it could be 20, 30, 40 seconds between each pitch.
And most of the time it's the batter's fault, not the pitcher's fault. Jim Leland talked about that. He said everyone said the pitchers take too long. The batters come in the box, out of the box. There's no doubt they could speed that up.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Fix their gloves and do something. I mean, what would you do to speed up the game? I mean, how can you get more people? I had a caller, I think Gene and I were on, and he was saying, the game should be longer. I want to see every pitch. But I don't think people now have enough time in their day that they want to spend 3.5 hours watching a game.
Well, I mean, I think it also comes down, Rich, to is it a good game? Nobody's looking at their watch. If it's a competitive, great game, if it's a bad game, if it's 8-2 in the second and third inning, they're looking at their watch.
Yeah.
I've never been in a great game that I thought was too long. I've been in a lot of games that I wished ended about the 5th inning, though. To me, it depends on the quality of the game.
Before we go to the break, what would you do? Is there something that you would do, maybe drastic, not drastic, to maybe try to keep these games under 3 hours?
Make the batters stay in the box. That to me, is the number one thing I would do.
Yeah, I know I brought up, and you might think I'm crazy, that all games have to be played in 3 hours. There's a time limit, and if you don't get those 9 innings, it ends.
Nah.
I don't know if
now you're changing.
you're
changing the integrity of the game. I'm not into that.
All right, we're going to take a break. Back with more of your phone calls and some of your tweets coming up next. Stay right there.